Alright guys, welcome back to another video. It's been a little bit slack lately. I've been working on a huge funnel. Like I mentioned in one of my other videos, we're currently at around about 3,500 a day in ad spend, and we're making back a ton of money from that, all through, mostly through retargeting. So that's why I'm doing this video. Kind of, I was like, I should do a video on this type of stuff, and it's been requested. But for the guys that did request this, and I'll talk about retargeting soon if you don't know what it is, I'm not going to get super in depth, because if you want to learn about custom conversions and stuff like that, go to Google. But if I dive right into the heart of the advanced stuff right now, I'm going to confuse a lot of people, because there's a lot of new people to my YouTube channel, and everyone that asks me about retargeting, they always ask for the basics and where to start. So this is going to be where to start with your retargeting on Facebook. Now, I make a bunch of money from retargeting, and if you're not doing it, you should be doing it now, okay? And you'll understand in a second when I show you one that we just started yesterday. So if you're new to my channel and stuff, I'm talking about retargeting on Facebook. So this is what happens when you have a page, whether it's a landing page, whether it's a Shopify store, you got your product here, your button here, and all the info here. What happens is you put a code on your website. It's called a Facebook pixel, and Facebook will track things like views to your site, add to carts, people that add to the cart, and purchases, and initiate checkout, payment info, all sorts of stuff. And then what happens is these get put into custom audiences, and you can then advertise back to these people, and you get like advertising costs easily cut in half most of the time. And that's why we do it. And then there's we'll talk about cold traffic, warm traffic and stuff in a second. But if you're new to my channel, this is what Facebook retargeting is in a nutshell. And I understand a lot of people don't really understand it, because I get a lot of messages saying, how do I do it? How do I start? All of that sort of stuff. So don't think really a lot of people understand how retargeting works. It's exactly the same as Facebook advertising, but you're just advertising back to your custom audiences to get cheaper adverts, and it's warmer traffic, right? If that makes sense. So before we start, check this out. I've got a photo here. I'll try and put it up on the screen. I started a retargeting advert on our funnel yesterday. I've spent $32.50, right? And I've made back $431.06. So, and this is all profit, because it's not a Shopify store. This is for a fitness funnel, which I've talked about in my last videos. So this is all profit apart from time and all that sort of stuff. But this is a course. So we've spent $32 to make back $331. We've basically made back $400 profit, right? That's how powerful retargeting ads are. And we have so many of these going on our fitness thing right now. It's incredible, because we're getting a huge amount of traffic, and the girl I'm doing this for actually has a fitness blog that gets over 2,000 visits a day from organic traffic. So we're retargeting back to them as well, and it's just crazy ROI right now, return on investment. It's just crazy. So that's what I've been working on so far. That's why I haven't been too active on here, because there's a lot of work involved. I'm testing constantly every single day, just ads, what's working best, what's not working the best and stuff. And I'm getting videos off Fiverr. Shout out to Warren for that. I'll talk about that in a second. We actually, a guy in a Facebook group posted something, and it's worked out very well for us. So anyway, we're going to talk about the basics of retargeting, okay? This isn't advanced stuff, so if you're past this stage, this video isn't for you, right? We're going to talk about the basics of retargeting, and we're going to talk about, we did a lot of advanced stuff on this funnel, but we're going to talk about the basic stuff we started with, and what we did, and sorry, I got hiccups, and how we got to that point of doing advanced stuff. So we have a page, okay, and it can be whatever you want, okay? Shopify store, stuff like that. I'll try and stay on Shopify stuff, but my Shopify stores basically run off organic and email marketing traffic now. I do some Facebook advertising, but I haven't really done a lot of advanced Facebook advertising with my Shopify stores lately. So I'm basically basing this around our fitness funnel. So anyway, let's just say you have a page, right? And what Facebook's doing is it's tracking your actions, and we'll stick to view count. I will stick to views, add to cart, and purchases for the sake of this video. All right. So up here, Facebook is collecting views, people that have basically, or view count, but basically people that have visited the page, right? And they're putting it into a little box over here, which is our custom audience. Okay. Over here we've got add to carts. Now you would have to set up custom conversions if you're on a Shopify store, because the pixel will take add to carts from the entire store. So you have to set up add to cart custom conversions. But I will talk about how I used to do it on my Shopify, or how I do it on my Shopify stores with carousel ads. Okay, and then this goes into a little custom audience here. And then we have another one down here, CA. This is going to be the purchase. Okay, so now these are assets, and obviously this one's going to build up the fastest, okay? This one's going to build up the second fastest, and this one's going to build up the slowest, because you actually have to wait for purchases, okay? But these ones here are your most valuable, and we'll talk about that in a second. This is your second most valuable, and this is really your least valuable, because it's actually cold traffic, apart from the traffic that's in there from here if you don't separate it. So this is your most valuable here, this is your second most valuable, this is your least most valuable customer base, all right? So what we'll do, like I said, it might be hard for some of you guys to understand this stuff, because I'm not like in my computer actually showing you how to do it, but we'll start with how to actually create a custom audience, all right? So go onto Facebook and go to Google and figure out how to create a custom audience, right? Let's just pretend that you have a Shopify store that has a couple of products, okay? You want to try and because I'm not talking about custom conversions here, so we're not going to get into like separating products and stuff, but if you wanted to do that, you would do content IDs and all that sort of stuff, but we're starting to get into the advanced stuff here. So what you want to do is you want to go into Facebook, and you want to create custom, first you want to put your pixel in, you should know how to do that. Then you want to create one audience for your views, okay? You want to do two, number two, you want to do add to cart. Number three, you want to do purchase, all right? And we'll talk about views first. So with the views, normally what I will do, okay, to that particular page, I will do two type of retargeting adverts, all right? Number one and number two. So this video is probably going to be more like the kind of stuff I do instead of how to actually do it. So for the first retargeting, I usually do something like, sorry, I just had to take a drink. So for the first retargeting ad, what I'll do is I'll advertise to people who have viewed the website, but I'll exclude add to carts. Okay? I will exclude them. I don't want them in here. And I'll say, hey, I noticed you visited my product. Come back and have another look. Or what I usually do, okay, I offer them a huge discount of about 20 to 30%. Okay? On that product. So I'll make sure I can cover my cost with that. I will offer them a big discount to try and entice them back into purchasing. But I'll make sure that I've excluded add to cart, because I do a different scenario for that. Okay? So that's what I do for the first one. Then what I actually do as well is I will do other products. Related products. Okay? So let's say, selling some fishing gear. I'll try and advertise some other fishing gear. So I'll start a new advert, and what I'll do is I'll be like, hey, I noticed you were interested in this, but you didn't purchase. Maybe you're interested in this, and I'll also do the same thing, sales and stuff. You just gotta Facebook retargeting is actually very easy. It's the angles that are going to make you the sales. It's the presentation of the adverts. It's basically you got to think of your traffic, like what do they want? Why did they leave your site? Was it too expensive? So you offer them a discount, right? Maybe offer them free shipping. We do free shipping as well all the time. We'll just, we kind of just remind them of things. So free shipping, discounts, we try and entice them back. We basically give them a decent opportunity that to get something for cheap or for free, because, or would you like maybe buy one get one free, all that sort of stuff, because you want to, people love a good deal, okay? And these guys are really cold. These guys are actually really cold, okay, because they've gone to your site, they haven't really done jack shit, to be honest. They've just gone to your site. So you have to try and entice them back, right, with a few things. I'll leave that up to you, to your imagination, to figure out what you want to do. Add to cart, okay, we do just straight add to cart. And I also, I usually just do, I usually do a few things here. We'll do 2 scenarios again. Now with add to cart, you usually have to do a custom conversion. So if you're new and you want to know the basics, I would do a carousel ad, all right, with different related products. Okay. Once again, I'm not talking about custom conversions here. So you'd have 1 product, 2 product, 3 product, and they'll be pretty closely related. And I would remind them and make sure you have the actual, like, all the, like, I only do this to the products that I'm actually advertising, all right? Obviously. I don't put in any other products from on my store. Only the ones I'm focusing hardcore on advertising. Like, I'm past the testing stage here. I'm usually going to only have 2 or 3 products anyway that I'm heavily advertising at this point. I'm going to remind them that it's in the cart, all right? That's basically number 1. Just remind them, hey, we've got your product here. You forgot to check out. Do you have any questions? Once again, try different angles, okay? Because one angle is going to stick, and you're going to start to see the sales roll in, okay? And I'll show you an example soon. And then number 2, once again, we entice them with the sale, all right? Same thing as up here, but it's basically a different angle again. Like, you know, hey, I noticed you left your product in the cart page. We're happy to give you a discount to come finish that sale, or, you know, we're going to offer you free shipping today only. Make sure you have those calls to action. Today only, big letters, okay? Scarcity. You have to offer that scarcity, because these guys here, right now in the cart, add to cart, these guys are warm. It's easier to convert these guys, and you're going to get cheaper conversion costs. But you still have to try and sell, but it's actually a lot easier to sell to these guys than it is to these guys, right? Does that make sense? So this is warm, okay? Very warm stuff. And once again, remind them that they have a product. And if you're new to Facebook advertising, you're new to the pixel, you're new to add to cart, you're new to all that sort of stuff, and it's confusing to you, you don't understand it, you don't understand custom conversions, you haven't learned that stuff yet, just do a carousel ad with your products that you're advertising, your main products, and you shouldn't have many at that point, because you should be past the testing stage, and you should have 1, 2, 3 winners, 4 winners, or whatever, okay? And it's best just to do it straight, a straight store-wide add to cart, and do a carousel. That's the best success we've had when we were starting with Shopify and learning the basics, right? Is just basically do that. Like I said, you can get into custom conversions and stuff, but it's very advanced, and that's why I'm not really going to teach it, because it's a whole new video, all right? So we have, I'm going to get to the real good stuff in a second. This is the good stuff. We have the cold traffic, offer them a sale, offer them free shipping, offer them other products, because they might not be interested in that particular product, but they might be interested in other products, all right? Add to cart. This is now warm traffic. You want to remind them of their product in the cart page, and you also want to start to offer them sales and then offer them scarcity. Okay? Pretty cool. We usually, with the reminders, sometimes we'll do it like, we'll say we have a timer. We'll say, hey, just so you know, your product's still in the cart for the next 8 minutes, for the next 7 minutes. We only give them a little bit of time to get their credit cards out. If you say, hey, your product's in the cart for the next 4 hours, it's not scarcity enough. We really want to give them just enough time to get their credit card out and come and purchase that product, all right? Now, this is my favorite, all right? Purchases. Guys, purchases are sexy, because this is, it's going to take you a long time to build up a purchase pixel, a purchase custom audience, but purchase is awesome. We'll put a big P here. All right, this is our purchase audience. These are people that have purchased from our store, all right? And the best thing about that is we can do so much. The first good thing is that it's hot traffic. They have purchased from us before. We know they have money. We know they're ready to spend. We know, and these guys will purchase over and over again from your store, no problem. But the key thing, the one thing I actually see a lot of people doing is they'll retarget back with low margin items. Okay, items with low profit margins. That's the wrong way to go about it when you have hot traffic. What you want to be doing is not selling them a product where you make $5 profit or $10 profit. Okay, you're going to make profit, you're going to make money, but you're missing out on so much potential. You're missing out on, that picture I showed you, we're selling that at like a couple $100, right? One of them is selling, it's a funnel, one's $51 and one's a couple $100. But what you want to be doing is you want to be selling products, related products to these people at margins of like 25, 30, 40, 50. If you downloaded my 100K product list, I'll leave that below if you want to get it. I have a product in there that I sold for $100 margin, okay? And a lot of it was this type of retargeting, but we made $100 profit per product. This is on a Shopify store. And we didn't have to sell a lot of products to make a lot of money. That's the thing. If you have a small purchase audience, usually it's going to burn out quite fast. But if you're selling high ticket products, you're going to make back higher profits, okay? You're going to get higher profits and you're going to sell less, gives you less work, and it's actually easy to do because, right, they are hot traffic. You get it, guys? You get it? It's so easy to understand, and that's where a lot of people misunderstand things, is that you don't have to sell the same product back to your purchasers. That you don't have to sell low ticket stuff. Take advantage of selling high ticket stuff back to these people, because I guarantee you they're ready to buy. If you do this, you're going to come back to me next week and say, "Shit, Franklin, you were right." They are ready to purchase, and that's really all there is to it. And that's why I love this so much. With our fitness funnel, right? We have three steps in the funnel on Facebook. We have the upsell, we have the one-click upsell, then we have the product in the back end. What happens is with our one, for example, we've separated ours out into custom audiences. We have the people that have purchased ours for $27, right? Let's say we have 100 people that have done that. We advertise back to them with our $200 product. Do they buy? Oh yeah, they buy. They buy all the time because they've already invested $27 into us, and our product is super valuable, packed with value, and they love it. So they're gonna, as soon as we say, "Hey, we've got a product here for $200, they're usually in there super quick and purchasing from us, guys. So that's how it works. You've got to kind of like, I'll explain it in an easier term. You've kind of got to segment your traffic into temperatures. Okay, so your views are usually going to be cold. Your add to carts are usually going to be warm. Now, guys, I'm just saying usually because different niches are completely different situations. And then your purchases are usually hot, okay? And you have to have different angles to these specific segments of traffic. It's going to be harder to sell to cold traffic, you know that, so you have to have a better angle, a stronger sales point, a stronger sales closing point. You can go on Upwork now and pay people to write some crazy Facebook adverts if you want. Stories do very well now, all sorts of stuff. Warm traffic is a bit easy to sell to, still not entirely easy, but it's easier than cold traffic. And then purchases, hot traffic is my favorite because it's easy to sell and you can usually sell higher ticket products. So for example, if you have a fishing store, okay, all right, I'm just gonna, I'm trying not to get too advanced here. Let's say you have a fishing store and you've sold someone a pack of lures, okay, a 10 pack of lures, a 10 pack. Let's say they purchase that off you for $29.99. They go into your purchase list. Let's say you've done well with these lures and 200 people go into your list. Okay? Now, it's probably going to have a few people in there from other purchases on your store if you haven't done custom conversions. Now, let's say you find a outdoor jacket on AliExpress or like a hunting type fishing jacket kind of thing. Okay? What you can do is you can, let's say you get it on AliExpress for 20 bucks. Okay? You can go ahead and you can sell that for 39. No, if you pay 20 bucks. 20, 30, 40, 50. Yeah, sorry. So if we do $39.99. Sorry, $49.99. $49.99. It's a $30 profit, I think. Yes. Okay. Let's say you sell let's say you sell 6 of those. That's 120. 100 is that 150, $180 that you've just made off a retargeting ad, right? $180 profit, right, from 5 sales or so, and you've probably only spent a few bucks. I would say that you probably wouldn't spend more than 20 bucks. Probably even less. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. So that's kind of like an example. That's kind of what I'm saying. Is you have people that have already purchased from your site. So the example of the hunting jacket or fishing jacket is just another example of a product you could sell. You could sell that hunting jacket for $100. You could sell it for more. That's a hunting jacket is an item that you can charge a premium for. Okay, so I hope that kind of makes sense. Now, so that's kind of how retargeting works on a lot of my stuff. Honestly, I would just keep it basic. Don't get too involved in advanced targeting just yet. But there's a few other things you can do. You can have a video, and you can target people who watch a percentage of your video. Okay. You can also do people who land on your page and they scroll down a percentage of your page or stay on for a specific time and all that sort of stuff, right? But this is like really sort of advanced stuff again. And there's also other stuff. Guys, my camera cut out again. This camera sucks. So anyway, yeah, so you can you can do so much advanced stuff, but I have to do more videos on that. Basically, all you need to worry about when you start is just doing like view counts to your site, add to carts, and purchases. And then, you know, you can even, God, here I go again. You can even retarget back to those people in those retargeting things. You can build separate lists. Like, you can do so much stuff, but it's really, you got to dig into custom conversions and that. Anyway, a lot of people are like, you know, how do you get videos for retargeting? How do you get images? So videos I do myself, but the guy called Warren from Affiliate Marketing Ninjas group, I'll leave a link below. He suggested Fiverr, and I used to use Fiverr, but the way he suggested it was very interesting. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a video at the end of this video showing one that just got delivered to me today. I got to blur out the logo though. But what I did is I went on Fiverr and I found someone to do a dance in a Deadpool suit and hold a logo of this fitness thing. Now, the reason we don't show the fitness stuff is because people just copycat us. But the thing is, it's just a guy dancing with the brand, but that gets people's attention. And that video cost me $11 bucks, I think it was. $11. So it's just a video of someone dancing with a sign, right? And it's about 30 seconds long, and all I'm going to do is say, hey, come back and you left this thing in the cart, or come back, or here's a sale. And just make sure you have your brand there. It's all about branding when it comes to retargeting, because when people see your brand, like sometimes we do retargeting pictures with just branding. Like we don't even have we have the product in there, but we make the brand stand out more than the product, because people remember brands more than they remember products some of the time, and it'll trigger their thing and they'll be like, hey, okay, cool, and they'll go and purchase the product. So if you don't know how to do retargeting adverts, it's the exact same thing, but all you're doing is you're getting pictures of your product, go on Fiverr, get someone to make videos and stuff like that, but all you're doing is you're just creating adverts, okay, fresh adverts. There's no like crazy thing going on here unless you get into custom conversions. But all you're doing is creating fresh adverts, okay? All right? And you're targeting your custom audiences, which will be your views, your add to carts. This is the basic, there's a lot more, and purchases. Okay? That's all there is. There's no like retargeting function or anything like that. There's retargeting apps and stuff like that. I would stay away from retargeting apps personally, unless you have a general Facebook store. But the thing is, a while ago, a lot of these Facebook retargeting apps had a pixel code, had a code in them themselves, now stealing people's traffic. That's one thing. And then another thing is a lot of them cause conflictions, and then it's just people selling them and making money from them. They don't actually do anything great. Unless you have a general store, of course, you can separate different pixels, but I would advise you to try and do all of your pixel work manually. You'll start to understand it better. Don't bring in any confusing applications, also that stuff, all of that stuff. Just try and do all your retargeting manually without any confusing pixel apps. Unless you have a general store, you sometimes will have to use a pixel app, unless you know how to do really good custom conversions, all right? But just, I'm not bagging on the apps. I just feel that you'll get more out of it. You'll teach yourself more if you use the pixel properly and you have more control, okay? And stuff like that. All right, guys, I'm going to close this one off here. I am actually going to dinner in a second. So yeah, fresh advert. There's nothing complicated about retargeting. Just build up your audiences and start retargeting back to them. I might do a video on retarget structure inside my computer one day and kind of show you some retargeting we're doing. And maybe that will be easier, I think, but than a whiteboard. But this is just basic retargeting, okay? Just all it is. Once again, I know I repeat myself a lot, but just so you understand, it's a fresh advert, okay? Super fresh. There's no like trickle system. Just an advert. It's just a normal campaign. And you can and you just advertise to your custom audiences, all right? That's it. And one thing about retargeting, don't worry about customization to optimization too much. Like, you have to have the 15 to 25 plus conversions per week, right? That's what Facebook's talked about. A lot of the time, you're not going to have a big enough audience to get that anyway. So don't worry about that too much with your retargeting campaigns, okay? Because a lot of the time you're not going to have a huge list anyway. It's going to burn out pretty quickly. You're going to get high frequencies pretty quickly. So you're not even going to get to that point anyway. With retargeting, you've got to be on the ball. I'm getting more into some stuff, but you've got to be on the ball quite a bit, because if you have a small audience and that product stops selling or your store kind of slows down for a little bit, the audience will start growing for a little bit until you get more traffic. So sometimes you'll get really high frequencies quite quickly, just depends how much budget you're doing and stuff. But you're very rarely going to get the 15 to 25 plus conversions per week on a purchase or an add to cart retarget, unless you have huge audiences and you're constantly getting large amounts of traffic inside those per day, okay? View count, you can easily grow a big audience, no problem. But just remember that when you're doing add to cart purchases and stuff like that, by the way, a lot of the times the objective I choose on these, I actually just do, so a lot of the times, I do so much stuff it's hard to explain. When I do a retargeting advert, a lot of the times I won't even do add to cart or purchase or website conversion as the objective. Sometimes I'll do link clicks, sometimes, not all the time, because you can actually get a lot of link clicks, or I would just do I'll just do a view count objective inside website conversion. I'll optimize for view count, so I can try and get the 15 to 25. But it's not necessary, right? You know, sometimes I do link clicks because you get a ton of link clicks and stuff and optimize for link clicks, and then those people will transition to add to carts and purchases or whatever you're doing. But it just depends, all right? But just remember, don't worry about the 15 to 25 plus, I think it's 25 plus now, conversions for Facebook optimization on your retargets, because you're probably not going to get it, all right, unless you have huge audiences. So that's it for this video, guys. I'm going to go out. Any questions below, let me know. I know this like isn't crazy advanced stuff, but I want to go through the basics first before I start getting into any of that, because there's a lot of basic stuff you need to understand, even how retargeting works before we can do anything else. We're just going to get confused, all right? So that's it, and now I'm going to play the video I just got, and this is a basic $11 video from Fiverr, and this is just holding our brand. I'm going to be using it for a retargeting campaign. I see you in the next one. Subscribe, like, and I'll see you in the... And remember to visit Online Seminars, all right? Oh, I'm not going to write it down. Go to onlineseminars.com. That is our Facebook group.